Hey guys, okay, so I'm going to try a couple different things here and let's see how far we can move forward. So the first thing I want to show is, let's see if I can get this light on. Is that better? I don't want it to be fuzzy. But the first thing we're going to do tonight for dinner, we're going to have spaghetti and meatballs. But to go with that, we're going to do some pita pizzas. So these are just like some of the Gosain's pita bread. This week, remember we talked about trying to incorporate things. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes. We talked about trying to incorporate things in your home that instead of using frozen, just kind of using some stuff that you had and creating it. So we're also going to make some zucchini noodles. So this little contraption, if you remember, I talked about how I don't necessarily love extra kitchen stuff or kitchen stuff that you would have to have. But this is one of those unique kitchen gadgets that I will tell you I have purchased, and I absolutely, I just love it. I did go ahead, and in this skillet, I have about a teaspoon of oil, just a little bit of olive oil. You wouldn't have to use that. You wouldn't have to use any oil. Zucchini will create their own moisture, though, and I just kind of think it almost gives them just a little bit more flavor. I have this set just to make fettuccine noodles. And if you can kind of see on the stove, we have one pan. I already have the meatballs made. We're going to do turkey meatballs with sauce. And then I also have some water on to boil. Now, the water on to boil, you guessed it, is for the people who are not going to eat zucchini noodles. I would encourage you to try zucchini noodles. And I will always tell you, just taste it, see if you like it. I will tell my family the same thing, but I'm also realistic and know that some of them are not going to be willing to. So we're just going to go ahead real quick and we're going to spiralize these. Some people buy zucchini noodles. You can buy them zoodles. Have you heard of zoodles? But I will tell you that to me is like crazy and overwhelming. Because when I was at Sam's Club a very long time ago, haven't been anywhere since March 16th. When I was at Sam's Club a very long time ago, they were like $10 a bag. And $10 a bag, I think it said, was 3 medium zucchinis, 3 to 4 medium zucchinis. That was 2 zucchinis that I just did. And you can typically buy 2 zucchinis. If you kind of see, this is what they look like. I'm just going to pour these into my pan. So for 2 zucchinis, it's going to be less than $3. Okay? And we're just going to put that in our pan. I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hands. One of the things about making zucchini noodles, or when you make zucchini noodles, you do not want to overcook them. Okay? You don't want to keep turning them, because when you do that, what's going to end up happening is they're going to get mushy and kind of gross. So I'm going to move that over. Put that in the sink. Then we're just going to kind of clear this off. Now, with our water that's on to boil, if you remember, Alexa, stop timer. If you remember, why do we wait till our water boils to add the pasta? We wait to add that way. Let's add some, just a little bit of garlic too. We want to wait to add our noodles until the water boils so the noodles don't get mushy. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. These are our nice pans. Now, the pitas. This is something I just started doing the last time, and I really kind of like it. I just put it in there for just a little bit to kind of give it like a little bit of I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on. A little bit of basil. Remember, I always talk about basil. Tiny bit of salt. Some pepper. A little bit of garlic seasoning. Can you guys see this, what I'm doing? And then just a little bit of garlic. We're just going to put all of those on top. And then the flavors will kind of cook. If you remember, too, I did say the one time that sometimes I like to use I like to put the seasonings right in the oil, and then that'll cook. So then your oil will have all the flavor. I'm just going to bring my pizza toppings over. I'm going to do 2 of these little mini pizzas. Since everybody's having pasta and zucchini, it's not like we necessarily need a ton. Move these back. Slide this over. So this is almost, I wouldn't say like an appetizer because we're not really people that do an appetizer. And to be honest, I just thought I could show you this, and this would be one I could kind of show you 2 in 1. So I'm just going to kind of put some sauce on there, spread it around, and then we're going to do 2 different. Again, people, I say again a lot, don't I? The people in our house all like different things. So some people like turkey pepperoni, some people like regular pepperoni. I'm not going to stick my spoon back in there because I did touch the pita, so I got to pour that out if I want a little bit more. And if you remember yesterday, I mentioned the fresh basil. Look what I got. A new fresh basil plant. So I'm super excited about that. Hey, Kara. You got a note? Okay. All right. So we're going to take the basil. You could just lay the basil on there. I am going to rip it up just a little bit. I'm going to take 2 leaves. Now, the cool thing about basil plants, you do want to pick from the bottom, and you do want to pick your largest ones. I'm just going to spread that on there. It's going to smell really good, and it's going to taste even better. I will probably add some fresh basil to my zucchini noodles too, just because I love them. And then I'm just going to add like 2 turkey pepperonis on there. Normally, if I do fresh basil, I don't do turkey pepperoni, just the kind of difference to show you. The other pizza, we're going to do regular deli pepperoni. We're going to put that on. And you don't have to put, it's up to you if you want to do cheese or pepperoni first. The cool thing about pita pizzas, and if you remember, even when we talk about doing things a little bit healthier, a little bit simpler because they are at home, pita pizzas don't have a lot of grease, so you can put that pepperoni right on there. I'm just going to kind of pour some out. My people like cheese. I'm going to spread that on there. Candace, do you want fresh basil on this one too?
I like fresh basil.
Okay, so I'm only going to put fresh basil on half of the other one, just because I know that the people don't necessarily, when I say the people, the girls in Troy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stick this back in. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
I think your water's boiling.
And then that will go ahead and bake. My water's boiling so I can add my pasta. I want to stir these. I'll go ahead. You guys can't smell it, but it does smell pretty good in here. I'm going to stir these one time just so you can kind of see. See how you want them to stay kind of big, a little bit white. You want that moisture to stay in there. Once you notice that they're getting kind of smushy, that's not really a great word, but once you notice they're getting like that, you could probably turn them off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop, but I will take pictures and then post them in the comments. I will tell you that I would love to see pictures of what you guys are making or what you are doing, or if you want to do a Google Meet or anything. Okay, hope you guys are doing good. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.